Determining how milk is priced is among the most complicated commodity pricing systems in United States agriculture. To understand today's story of milk marketing and pricing, we have to go back to simpler times. Most of the milk produced and marketed in the U.S. today flows through the Federal Milk Marketing Order System, created in the 1930s with two objectives. 1. To provide consumers with an adequate supply of fluid milk. 2. To give dairy farmers stable market conditions and adequate and more uniform prices to produce that milk. Over time, however, dairy has changed. Consumer demand for fluid milk has slowed and turned to more manufactured dairy products like cheese and butter. Milk is not a simple commodity. It is a bundle of components and characteristics that have different values in those different dairy products, and milk markets have become more regional, national, and even international. Today, 11 area federal milk marketing orders pool milk supplies, still focused on the two historical objectives: moving milk to where and how it's needed, while regulating prices that milk handlers, such as dairy cooperatives and dairy product manufacturers, are required to pay dairy producers. Those milk price calculations involve the type of commodity the milk is used for, whether cheese, butter, milk powder, or whey determines the class of milk, and milk's components such as protein, butterfat, or other solids. To determine milk prices for farmers who are grouped together, or an FMMO, there are a few steps that must happen involving dairy product manufacturers and the USDA. Dairy manufacturers report wholesale values of commodities they sell to determine prices for Class 3 and Class 4 milk used in those commodities. To ensure milk flows to fluid beverages and other products, Class 1 and Class 2 differentials are added to increase those prices. Those four class prices are blended to determine the minimum uniform milk price that must be paid to farmers. Once all those factors are collected, there are two ways milk is pooled and priced. 7 of the 11 federal orders use multiple component pricing, where the components contained in the milk determine the end products made. The 4 other federal orders use skim fat pricing, which only accounts for the skim and fat value of milk and not the protein values. As you can see, determining the price of milk can be complicated and involves dairy farmers, dairy manufacturers and processors, and the federal government. The milk check that dairy farmers ultimately receive averages the market value of commodities, how milk prices are regulated, the quality and component levels of milk, and how the milk will be used. As we continue to progress into the 21st century, calls for federal milk marketing order reforms are growing louder, including seeking ways to make milk price calculations less complicated and more transparent.